本日おすすめ、ホタルイカ、カツオ、あとアルファテスト、唐揚げあります。アルファテストで、ぬか漬け。まだ本当一番最初なんで。でも味はいいいい感じに使ってるなと。一人スタッフが発熱しちゃって帰っちゃったんだけど、解熱剤飲ませてどうにか解熱剤飲むダメだった解熱剤飲ませたらダメだった。AB セットで解熱剤飲ませて頑張れダメだった。もうなんかそのまましきれんかった。俺が若い時なんかもう熱が出ようが多いんだろうな。キュウリとナス美味しいよ。5番片足水温が入るんで、これで一回切る。電話のお客さん。船橋って広いんですよ。で、エリアを間違わなければいいとこだけど、なんか変なとこ住んじゃうと、交通の便が不便で、周りに何もなくてみたいなところが多い。徒歩何分が許容かみたいな感じ。ちなみに東船橋っていうマジで死ぬほどクソかそってる、俺の実家なんですけど、家賃や移住ですか？で船橋だったら相談乗れますよ。いやだからその職場の人間とかに会いたくない。だから意外と住んでるなって思うのが、住宅街みたいなところは怪人とかそう人が住んでるから、意外と住んでないの。住んでないのはロペスの方は、でもいやそれはまあしょうがない。それはしょうがないけど。だから今流行りっていうか、あれでしょ、オートロックでそういうセキュリティもみたいなさ。
ネット無料みたいな。
ネット無料回線は弱い。弱い。大体 J コムとかだと思うから、J コムじゃないか。いやでもマンションだったら多分弱い。そのアパートだったら問題ないと思うけど、マンションだとみんなでその回線使うことになるから、結局は。水筒に入れちゃっていいよ。はい、いらっしゃい。はい、いらっしゃい。ありがとうございます。ももさんも水チョン。お土産いただきました。ありがとうございます。 はい、もう一つ注文しちゃいます。唐揚げ。ポテサラあります。マヨネーズはオン。オンマヨ。はい。ハツはないかな。つなぎは。つなぎいらない。ハサミつなぎせてり。今3本。山高いです。唐揚げポテサラいた。大根おろし。大根おろし。チキン入れて大根おろし。これと柴田さんっていう方、さっき待って外で待ってる柴田さん。今多分空いてない。
2番です。3番ですね。あ、次はい、タレ2個です。焼き物が軟骨が2本。
軟骨ちょっと無理。今は無理。
それで重さ分出しちゃいます。
俺の知り合いに不動産屋さんがいるから、そこに通して聞いちゃった方が安いし、いいのも教えてくれるよ。手数料とかがない。なんかいろいろあるんだけど、まあなんか知り合いは通した方がいいと思う。 でもそうなるとだいぶ仕事は楽よな。港町はララポートの方だから。の方だと思うよ、港町。わかんない、名前で判断しちゃってるけど。多分ね、そうだね。船橋ララポートの方で。でも結局あの辺ってチャリンコ。
これが浸透だね。何にもかからない。
千葉に住んだら特急に泊まる。でもまあ桃さんもまあこっちの千葉の方に引っ越しても船橋が拠点にはなるもん。船橋の周りが拠点になるからね。船橋周りが。メインの駅。総武線沿線は強い。船橋、西船橋、東船橋が強い。いや、じゃあ桃さんも引っ越したら鳥店卒業ですな。鳥店卒業ですね。いや、来ないだろう。第二のなんかいい感じの焼き鳥屋さんを俺が紹介すればいいか。
土曜日営業の会社
いい休みの日に土曜日営業やるんですよ。今後大根おろし全力やっていいや。それ落として。大根おろしでマヨネーズ大丈夫ですか？それだけ合うのよ意外と。上さんご一緒。
新店で中学生か。
はい、チョコさんこんばんは。
めっちゃなんか、なんとも言えない授業。
ちょっとお待ちください。ごめんなさい。
サバゲーな。明日朝早いからさ、今日はもうゲームしないで早く荷造りしないと。ゲーム禁止で今日。いやまだね荷造りもしないんだよサバゲーの。さすがに今日やったらトロールだと思う。さすがのマスターも今日はゲームはしないよ。
では。
モロ級です。ごめんなさい。
やったら怒ってほしい。いやさすがに。ね、そう、暑すぎる、寒すぎる、ちょうど良さそう。はい、ありがとうございます。A セット &B セット、A セット B セット。
ようかんさまです。6です。
子供だろうって変わんない。 日程の公式じゃない
ああ、山田でなんか3日目とかではなんか予約してるみたいな。
たまごっちがやりたそう。めちゃくちゃ無理そう。いやいや、やってることいいよ。
ぬか漬け。
ごめんなさい。
そうなのよ。
ロールパークの B1 ストアで試合の
皆さんがペーパーで
あと2時間ぐらい早く上げると多分ちょうどいいかな。まだアルファなんで。
はい、お待たせしました。マリンです。はい。
食べ焼きや。
まず、ちょっといいですか。キャラが2本しかない。こっちで。
そうね。 いっぱいですね。
ごめんなさい。
ライさんいないかな、ライさん。ライさんいない？ライさんはいないかな。
3問です。
もしも本当物件のことあったら言ってください。鳥電不動産部門があるんで。うちの卒業生が不動産屋やってるから。見てます。本当はね、その1年契約だから、1年、2年か、大体2年契約か。それはもう、あれ書いた方がいいよ、ウィークリーマンションみたいな。そうそう。単身赴任用の、そういうのあるから。それか、本当極論みたいな話しちゃうけど、もう一室買っちゃう。マンション。で、買って、もしも3ヶ月しかつかなかったんだったら、もうそのまま貸し出しちゃう。人に。で、大体中古のマンション、船橋だと2000万ぐらい。まあ、普通に資産にはなるかな。そこら辺絡んでくると、多分ちゃんこまさんが詳しくなる。買う買わないんだ。でも、なんでそんな3ヶ月とかなんで3ヶ月移動があるかも。それはとても悩ましいな。はい、お待ち。はい、パンドラ FPS さんこんばんは。つくね。はい。
これ。
これ。 シエロこんばんは。まあ怖いよな。いざ引っ越してすぐ移動だったらたまったもんじゃねえよな。
移動させないでって言います。
電車に乗りたくない。
明日よろしく、太陽の。多分外で3名待ってるのってうちの人さ、多分帰れないな、どこやってたのか。ぬか漬け美味しかった。酒のつまみにちょうどいいよ。まあベータなんで、アルファなんで、次はまあベータにご期待。さっきの3名だね。ちょっと3番が終わんねえの。あ、いいよ、これだって。
サブトレバーベッジに通せる。
みんなで仲良くなろう。カレー作るの。
あと桃さんゲームしてる時に悲鳴上げるから防音が高いことだったって言うからピンポンどうしましたかって言って。
ウィンドブルーム祭の本番がもうすぐ始まるぞ。早く見に行こうぜ。
どう？よかったでしょ？
旅人いらっしゃい。シバルマラン AA ランドファミリーに加わる準備はできた？グルメ系 AA に出てくるみたいな超豪華なご飯も欲しいぜ。
両選手準備ができたようですね。それではホテルドゥボール特別料理対決開始。
カトラリーの準備も完了。冷凍の時間よ。最高の一品よ。
とにかくそこのレストランからナタ産の野菜を至急調達したいと依頼を受けて、僕とイファが来ることになったんだ。俺は付き添いでな。 かよ。
月始めの3日間、飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。
参ったな。
ここは昔レムリア時代に建てられた公衆浴場で、確かモデストの秘典に書いてあったような気がするわ。
真の偉大なり蛮族滅びよ。
古竜の時代の謎の遺物、それに俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、例の密輸事件の捜査を逃れたものかもしれない。
僕の師匠にして母の黄金レインドットさ。彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を与えたんだ。世界の真相を探せというね。
なんで街の中に魔物がいるんだ。想像してたよりも状況がひどいみたい。
また敵が来るぞ。
本件の被告人セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長アルベド。
何をしたんだ。殺人事件。
ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い、他者を傷つける狂気的な行動に走る。
魔女会と正式な会談を行うことを願ってるんだ。
あら、そんな勇気のある子がまだモンドにいたの。
天地が逆さになった時、人は世界の本質を知る。なら盤面が逆さになったら、
なぜ罪のない人を。
どうしてこんなことに。ミレットが襲撃にあって。
これはレムリアが戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり被告人アルベドを殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お、なんだバルバトスか。
ファルか。
Hello everyone! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Varessa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
Ah, okay, that seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile. Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavours. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow. Intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well-mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Okay, that feels like a personal call-out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede? What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in Escoffier's story quest, treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier.
Ooh.
Oh, and travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest, nice. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is, trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it. Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which brings us to one of her talents.
Ooh.
When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage. The more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay, so it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True, but Escoffier is not just a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage.
Wow.
So with her ability to shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
Incredible. Okay, so she can buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow, sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef.
Ooh.
If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa, I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus, she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will be so fun to check out in game.
Totally. So take note of this next piece of news, travellers. In the first half of version 5.6, we'll have event wishes for Escoffier and Navia. A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character, Aoife, will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Aoife! No way, bro.
I think that's my line, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, and another bit of really exciting news is that travellers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me! Lowly servants! Behold! The almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence! The heck are you on about? Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh wow! No way, bro! What? You little... Oh dear! Oh dear! Do you even hear yourself, bro? How dare you! You insolent, contemptuous Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro! Huh? Seriously? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it! Oh, wow! No way, bro! Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless! The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao's wisdom is wasted on you! No way, bro! See you later! Huh? Ah!
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kukuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kukuku's life, and now, of course, Kukuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard a how got sick one time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? A how was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kukuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather clan is known for riding kukasaurs, but this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kukuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah,
Wow.
I see that. Although it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Well, Aoife is an Anemo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kukuku also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental skill, Kukuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal Anemo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice. So what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's blessing state, he can use his field medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions, and characters that can generate Night Soul points. He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical skills to use. His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6, the Secret Source Automaton Overseer device. Travelers will need to defeat it to obtain ascension materials for Escoffier.
Huh. I feel like we've faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan characters in Fontaine? Is it because of a festival or something?
Not a festival. An amusement park organized by Navia and the Spina di Rosula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kanich and Risley to cross paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is Ahau cowering behind Kanich? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time. Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Meronia. Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh, I don't really know what it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out, there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalette could, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in-game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rosula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board? Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rosula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff. During each business cycle, travelers will need to allocate their precious funds and action points to the most important tasks based on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant. Woo! The dishes she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions. For example, in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's Movie Masterpieces, where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one, so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't worry too much. You don't have to go it alone.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome! More Primo Gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to keep you in suspense, travelers. In the second half of version 5.6, we'll have returning event wishes for Kenichi and the Raiden Shogun.
Nice.
Plus, the Chronicled Wish banner will be returning in version 5.6. I know a lot of travelers have been waiting for that, so check it out if you're interested.
Yeah, you have to. And best of luck on your pulls.
All right. That was a lot of info, so let's take our first break. Here's the second redemption code, travelers.
The Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease. Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
Nice voice.
Nice.
Aw, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. And I don't even know what to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information about the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo, so the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and hopefully track down some clues.
So I saw Jean, Kaya, and Eula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the Herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting. He sounds like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped two major names. Varka has been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. Now it's in crisis. Hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to help, but travelers will need to pass a trial first and defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm sure travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them. Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoco presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves. As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a Hexen Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
Alright, okay, well let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Yes.
First up, on the docket, is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where travellers can test out their tactical brilliance in the new wargame, Operation Downpour Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know. This wargame comes with all new offensive and defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
Yeah.
And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first, or makes greater progress within the time limit, wins.
Wow.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy. All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple battle for coins? Ha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates. First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character and action cards added to regular mode.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
There are also some major updates to automatic artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out!
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other side, travelers!
Bye.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's jump right into system optimizations. Some travelers provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level-up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh,
nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all that information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quests. So, after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well.
Wow.
Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Map pins have also been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone who really likes to go ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations. So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah, the album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions, so stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini-games are always so fun and creative.
Absolutely.
Just can't wait.
Well, that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. And with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
今だって34ってだからゴールド2だから自分の最高ギア最高なんですよ最高がゴールド2でしょだからゴールド2まで今回のアクトで上げて次のアクトがすぐ始まったそこでゴールド3プラチナを目指せば全然この間はこの間の見ましたトラッカー一緒にクロンコと3人に行ったでしょスプリット見ましたキャリーありがとうございます普通に桃さんがもう次の仕事だからもう治療落ちた後にみんなで話しててっていうか桃さんやばくねみたいなもう僕いや KD 見てくださいKD 見てくださいKD3.5 の女の子いや死んでないのよKD3.5 だから全然最後まで知らないで僕やってしかもクラッチとかもしてるから一番そのデュエリストとかがフラグトップになるのは分かるんだけど実はキャリーされてたのは俺らの方やウゴも言ってたウゴが多分大変なんだけど